Water, the essence of life. Next to the oxygen you breathe, nothing else on earth is more essential to your good health and longevity than fresh, clean drinking water. Drinking the recommended 8 glasses of water a day helps to prevent such physical ailments as fatigue, hypertension, asthma, and back and joint pain. And people who drink filtered water are significantly less likely to contract serious illnesses, including many forms of cancer. But what if, despite your best efforts to stay hydrated and live well, you and your family are still being exposed to hidden toxins in your home, school, or place of business? How would you know? More than 30 years after the passage of the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act, toxic dumping, varying municipal treatment methods, and outdated water delivery systems remain a problem in much of the developed world. From big cities to rural communities, your drinking water is susceptible to a variety of chemicals, parasitic cysts, and dangerous heavy metals before it ever reaches your tap. The Environmental Protection Agency does a good job protecting you from many of the dangerous contaminants that appear in our drinking water. But the truth is, the EPA has identified thousands of chemicals and contaminants that may be found in our water supply, yet only requires the testing of fewer than 100 of these known pollutants. For the many people who understand the potential danger in tap water, they often turn to bottled water as a solution. But bottled water may simply be common tap water that's been processed and repackaged. And bottled water can be expensive in comparison, sometimes costing more than the price of a gallon of gasoline. There's simply got to be a better way to water.
For more than 3 decades, Multipure Drinking Water Systems, the premier manufacturer of high-quality water filtration devices, has been committed to producing products that reduce the widest range of potentially dangerous contaminants. They provide millions of customers with the healthiest, most enjoyable water available at an affordable price. When you use a Multipure drinking water system in your home or office, you'll be guaranteed nothing less than refreshing, safer water the first time, every time. Multipure is your better way to water. How do we know? NSF International is a not-for-profit organization that provides fair, objective, and unbiased information about many products on the market that impact the safety of your water.
If a product has been certified by NSF, that means that the product claims have been verified and that the product has met strict NSF standards. In the case of drinking water treatment products, NSF certifies that the system meets contaminant reduction claims of the manufacturer, the system does not add harmful substances to the water, the system is structurally sound, and the literature and labeling is not misleading. NSF even conducts annual unannounced inspections to confirm the manufacturing processes. Look for the NSF seal and review the list of contaminants the drinking water system is certified to reduce. Some reduce only 1 or 2 contaminants, while others are certified to reduce many more contaminants, including chlorine, lead, and disinfection byproducts.
Although chlorine is recognized as a beneficial disinfectant in the water treatment process, it has an extremely foul taste and odor, and it has its own potential health hazards. Chlorine is known to react with organic substances found in most water supplies. This reaction creates cancer-causing compounds known as disinfection byproducts. Multipure eliminates chlorine's unpleasant taste and odor, and is certified by the NSF to reduce trihalomethanes and other disinfection byproducts. Lead is one of the most widespread contamination issues in the U.S. It's known to cause damage to the nervous system and the kidneys, and is highly toxic to children and pregnant women. Drinking water filters using Multipure's carbon block technology were the first to be NSF certified for lead reduction. Multipure systems also reduce MTBE, a potentially dangerous gasoline additive that dissolves easily in water. Thousands of documented leaking gasoline storage tanks throughout the country make it likely that MTBE has contaminated our public water systems and private drinking wells. And Multipure was the first drinking water filter to be NSF certified for the reduction of arsenic-5, a naturally occurring toxin that has been linked to cancer, nervous system failure, heart disease, and skin irritation. In fact, Multipure was the first and is still the only manufacturer of filtration devices certified under Standard 53 for arsenic-5 reduction. And in addition to being the first in the water filtration industry to reduce arsenic-5, Multipure has been a leader in the removal of asbestos and parasitic cysts, and is one of the few manufacturers of products that reduce chloramines, toxaphene, chlordane, and PCBs.
Multipure's drinking water filters achieve this industry-leading performance because of the high quality of its carbon block manufacturing. Ideally, a carbon block filter has millions of tiny pores where the filtration process takes place. Smaller, more consistent pores provide better filtration.
In this demonstration, compressed air shows how water flows through the carbon block's pores. Multipure's unique carbon block filters are composed of a dense core that forces every molecule of water through microscopic pores of cleansing carbon. Other manufacturers have larger, inconsistent pores that reduce the quality of the filtration, and some parts of the carbon blocks are bypassed completely. Multipure drinking water systems comply with regulations in all states.
From its corporate headquarters in the Las Vegas Technology Center in Nevada, Multipure manufactures and distributes solid carbon block filters and water treatment devices for homes and businesses across the globe. Multipure drinking water systems are used by hospitals, universities, office buildings, and most importantly, in millions of homes just like yours. With no wasted water, no electricity required, and no removal of the essential trace minerals beneficial to your good health, Multipure is quite simply the most efficient and most effective water contaminant removal system available.
Other water filtration systems are expensive, inconvenient, and only protect against a small number of harmful chemicals and contaminants. Don't be fooled by fancy ad campaigns or slick packaging. Few choices in life are more important to your health than the water you drink. For superior technology, cost, and convenience, Multipure provides fresh, clean drinking water for you and your family, the first time, every time. Switch from tap water and bottled water to a Multipure drinking water system today and do away with high costs, inconvenience, storing and discarding plastic bottles, and possible contamination. Only Multipure provides reliable protection for your family's drinking water, a variety of below-the-sink and countertop models, ease of installation, extremely low maintenance costs, and an outstanding warranty on the system housing, combined with a full 30-day money-back guarantee.
Join the millions of satisfied Multipure customers around the world and take the next step to healthier living with a Multipure system of your own.
My name is David Green, and I'm a Multipure water filter distributor. I love this product, I love this company, and I'd like to show you how the filter itself works. I call it the better water choice, and that's what most of the consumer magazines have agreed, and it's also what NSF certification and testing shows us. But how does the thing work? Pretty simple. We know, and we've known for a long time, that activated charcoal is an effective way at reducing chemical contaminants, tastes, odors, chlorine. But the problem is most filters are inadequate. They use a type of filter, I'm going to pour this out so you can see it, it's granular activated charcoal. And if I pour it out, you can see that we get little grains of charcoal, almost like sand. And the problem with that kind of a filtering material is that water channels through it. It can push the grains aside so not all the water gets filtered. Early in the 1970s, Multipure Corporation developed a new technology, a new way to use activated charcoal. They developed something called the solid carbon block, and it is the state of the art in the water industry because it removes over 99% of over 80 different contaminants. This is one of our filters, and this is what a customer changes once a year. This is what goes inside their filter housing. The outer layer is a pre-filter. And now I'm going to show you the inside. See, this is cut in half for you to see. This is a solid carbon block. So it's activated charcoal that's been compressed to a very fine density. The density of these pores is actually less than 1/2 a micron. And a micron is 100 times smaller than a human hair. if you cut it lengthwise. So half a micron, we're getting down to a very, very dense, fine pore size. The water goes, when it enters your filter, it goes from the outside. I'm going to show you. The water goes from the outside through the pre-filter and then into the center. So from all directions, the water goes from the outside into the center, and then it comes up to your faucet, your Multipure faucet, where you can drink it. This outer layer traps the dirt and the sediment and the particulates, those things that are suspended in the water, and the carbon block, being so fine and so dense, is able to take out things like volatile organic chemicals such as pesticides, chlorine, heavy metals like lead and mercury, and many other substances. This is the state of the art. You deserve to have it in.
Now today we're going to be focusing on three major areas. First, most obviously, is water that you drink. Secondly would be water that you cook with. And third would be water that you bathe in. So we're going to be conducting an experiment with tap water today, and the main chemical contaminant that we're looking at is chlorine. Now one easy way to find out if chlorine is in your water is with this. This is a chemical, a pool testing chemical called OTO. And what happens when you put a few drops of this in water that has chlorine in it, it turns yellow, and it's pretty obvious that there's chlorine in it. So our first demonstration, we're going to be going with, let's start with the Multipure water. We're going to put 5 drops of OTO in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're also going to do tap water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you can see, the tap water has plenty of chlorine in it, and the Multipure water is crystal clear. So, looking at both of these, you have to ask yourself, which one would you rather drink? Now, this is something that a lot of people don't think about, but a lot of common foods out there, and we have them here with us today, things like pasta, jasmine rice, or pinto beans, are foods that require a lot of water to prepare. Now, with the case of pinto beans, which we're going to use today, a lot of folks, when they're preparing beans, they actually soak them overnight. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our tap water, fill up a glass, no beans, fill up a glass with beans. Put 5 drops in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, watch what happens. Tap water with no beans has chlorine. Tap water with the beans. Where did the chlorine go? So you got to ask yourself, why are you cooking your beans with just plain tap water? Now, our final demonstration that we're going to be conducting has to do with water that you bathe in. So again, we use tap water. Just to show that we are still working with water that has chlorine, we'll put 7 drops because this is a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, plenty of chlorine in there. Now we're going to simulate taking a bath in this water. That's how we do it. I think I need a toy boat here. Okay, that should be good enough. Put 7 drops in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Straight up. Crystal clear. So where do you think the chlorine went? So there you have it, folks. Choice is simple. Multipure water is simply the best. So until next time, with pure water for better health, I'm Kenton Jones.